What's going down, T-Subs and squads? So listen, before I get right down to this video, I definitely want to thank all of you all that have been DMing me, tweeting me, emailing me, checking up on me, asking me, am I okay? Am I feeling better? I am feeling 90% better today. Thank God. I'm feeling so much better. I ain't got no Rona. And must have been my sinuses draining or whatever the case may be, allergy, pollen, all that shit flying around, girl, I don't know. But definitely not Miss Rona. So I definitely appreciate that. I'm not sore no more. I have a small bit of a cough, but not as bad as it once was. No fevers, no chills, none of that. So definitely wanted to thank everybody that's been checking up on me. That is really sweet of you guys. And I feel a lot better enough to go on ahead and play catch up with these YouTube-based reality shows. So many people were asking me, you know, why was I late on those shows? And the reason why is mainstream reality TV been wearing me out. Real Housewives of Potanka, Real Housewives of Atlanta is now back. Then I was doing Braxton Family Values, which was really tap dancing on the one good nerve that I got. Then I have to do put a ring on it and stuff like that. Plus I got the panel and then I do my lives. I just needed a break from something. And that something just so happened to be YouTube reality TV. But now I'm back, and the first people that I'm scratching off my list now that I feel a lot better to do it is going to be Real Hot Boys Houston, honey. This is still their first season. This is episode 5, HOUSTATLANTA. So I'm about to make this as short and sweet as I possibly can because it wasn't too much that I could really give you guys. No shade, but it wasn't too much that I could give you guys for it. I mean, I had to go back and rewatch this shit like 3 times in order to really get down what I got down for me to say. No shade. No shade. Never no shade because I love everybody around there. So Braylon, August, and Kenny, they make it to the airport first because they traveling to go to Atlanta in the midst of COVID-19. Y'all should have stayed y'all asses where the hell y'all was at and had a kickback at somebody's house like y'all always do. But it is what it is. So Kenny seems to feel like the trip is a good time for everybody to sit and talk and, you know, clear the air or do whatever the case may be, and he feels as though somebody else should take the reins of being the nucleus or being the Dr. Phil of it instead of it always being Ashton. And Kenny made a great point. He said, listen, most of these issues aren't even centered around Ashton. So instead of waiting around for Ashton to come around and everybody wants to know how Ashton feels about the situation, maybe somebody else needs to take the reins and really like dig deep into what's going on. And I had to agree with Kenny. Kenny always makes sense to me. I can always seem to follow Ken's logic. So shout out to Ken a lot. Shout out to him. And I'm going to tell you something, Braylon. He also gave you some really great advice. Now, Braylon, I like you. Like I said, I like everybody over there. I don't have a dog in the fight. I like everybody over there. None of y'all never did nothing to me, including you, Braylon. I like you a lot. But he did give you some good advice when he said, listen, stay out of it. If you August friend, be August friend. Other than that, trying to pump information, trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out. You knew it ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay neutral. Just be his friend. And you allow stuff to happen organically. Okay? Don't force yourself or your opinions of what you think you know about this group on everybody else because it's going to cause problems. As you can see, because you and Ashton have it. Ashton has a huge issue with you, and I'm still confused as to why. So anyway, moving on from that. Ashton, Archie, and the cameraman, Loomis, Lamias, whatever her name is, girl, make it down to Atlanta the day before everybody else, and they link with August and Braylon to plan the day. Let me tell y'all something. Ashton, in my opinion, gets the Dear Dead Award because he was clearing the girls all episode long. Baby, let me tell you something. Ashton was kicking ass and taking names. And y'all know I'm always down for a good re-roast session. I was here for it. The way that he was gathering up, no shade, August. But the way that he was gathering up August and no shade, Braylon. The way that he was gathering y'all asses up in a fine, pretty little bow. I mean, I was sitting over here like, ooh, wait a minute. Ashton, wait. Those are my friends. I like them. Like, don't have me laughing at their expense like this. But that's basically girl quiet as kept. I was up here laughing and coughing because my ass wasn't feeling good. But that ain't the point. The point of the matter is, he did not come to play no games with you batches at all. So then, we finally get to meet Archie. Well, maybe Archie was around in 1 through 4 episode, and I didn't notice it. But I'm just gonna speak for myself. I finally get to meet Archie for myself, and Archie seems pretty cool. He's calling himself the fun size top. I mean, I guess I'm gonna let you have it, Archie. I ain't in your bed messing with your head. No. And then Lemus introduces himself, but he's the cameraman, so I'm not understanding what you're introducing yourself for, sir. Girl, and then it's no shade to you. You never done nothing to me. I don't know nothing about you. But you know, I mean, I'm just saying. Moving on. Then Ashton comes for August again, saying that every time he introduces him to somebody, he's asking them for money. Like, Ashton is just reading these kids down to the ground. And that was the highlight of the whole episode. I'm going to be real with you. Ashton feeling like Braylon is being forced on him and calls him a tag-along. You know, I think tag-along is a really offensive word to use. I don't really see Braylon being quote-unquote a tag-along. I just feel like he's Ashton's real good Judy. He lives there now. And I guess August is trying to bring him around. I don't think nobody else has an issue with it. So I'm not understanding why you seem to have an issue with it. I mean, but then again, I mean, I guess you feel the same way I feel. 2020, no new friends. No forced relationships. So if that's the case, then I get it. But to call him a tag-along, it's really strong. And to call him out in front of everybody the way that you did, Ashton, it was a little childish. As funny as it may have been, it was a little childish. Like, don't try to embarrass me in front of every damn body. Don't do that. You could have pulled me to the side like, hey, listen, me and August have issues. You ain't never did nothing to me. Let me get to know you outside of him and this, that, and this. Like, pull me to the side and tell me that. Don't try to embarrass me down in front of everybody, plus the damn cameraman, is what I'm saying. Now, although, like I said, Ashton was clearing the girls. And they could not take. But when it came to that whole tag-along thing, like, that kind of grinded my gears a little bit. Like, I don't consider Braylon a tag-along. I don't. He was invited on a trip with his friend. I mean, you know. But, you know, whatever. I'm letting everybody over there have it. If you say he a tag-along, fine. Moving on. So then everybody goes out to eat at Marlowe's Tavern because a lot of the places were booked. And then they decided to get bottles and go back to their rooms. But then they decided to go to a kickback at some guy's house named Ricky, where most of the cast didn't really know none of the other people that were there. They looked uncomfortable. I would have just left. I don't really go nowhere or go to a bitch house that I don't know. I don't know them. I don't know who they know. I don't know what they done before they came here. I don't know if somebody gonna kick down the door and smack your chick. I don't know what they gonna do. So y'all are much better than me, because I would not have been at nobody's house that I don't know. Here comes Ashton again. Clearing August a new one, talking about the reason why they went down to the kickback was because he ain't had no money for the clubs. Now, you know, I'm not in August's pockets. I'm not in his bank account. I'm not in his wallet. I ain't in her purse. All right, I'm not here to see who got what, who ain't got it, who should have it, or what have you. But I mean, yeah, it does make one lend to that. I mean, if we're out on vacay, I don't want to be going to somebody's house for a kickback. I feel like if I'm going out, I want to hit up the nightlife. I want to hit up the club scenes. I want to hit up the strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to walk the boardwalk. I want to walk along the beach. Like, I don't want to be closed in. And if I am closed in, it's down to a club or the bar where the rich cars be. Like, that's my form of traveling and having fun and doing whatever. But whatever. Moving on. So then Braylon talks to August about the group and how, you know, he's disappointed in the group and how he feels like it's not a group, it's just different cliques in the same type of group. And, you know, he wants friends and he not allowing Ashton to run him out of this group of friends. But my whole thing to you, Braylon, is this. Out of all of the negative stuff that you said about the group, why do you want to be a part of it? It would seem to me you would just keep it between you and August. Like, if Ashton said to me what he said to you, I wouldn't have no dealings with none of them bitches. I would just be friend. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. If you're going to be with them, that's fine. You can leave me here. I could Uber. I could find me someplace else to go. But as far as you and them and all of that, I ain't got no parts. Now, me and you could go out. We could do some stuff here and there. And I'm just fine with that. That's the way that I would have took it. But it's just funny that, you know, you seem to have this opinion, but you still want to be a part of it. And I'm not understanding why. Help me understand. Because, see, if you help me understand it, then I might will understand and I can be with you with it. And then the rest of that shit that happened at the end, girl, I ain't talking about that. I'm not talking about Keith and how he supposedly, or he had a friend that had a threesome with Sherrod and Kenny. And then I guess he went and told people about it and made it bigger than what it was. Girl, listen. As an adult, when you have sex with somebody, you have to understand that they have the right to tell whoever the flying hell that they go want to tell. You do. So, I mean, that's why you got to be careful with what you run around out here doing. You know what I mean? If you going to do something that you think that you're going to regret the next day, don't do it. If you feel as though this ain't something that you want people to associate your name with, don't do it. But I'm not about to dwell into all of that because I'm still lost and baffled at a lot of the other beefs that are going on for y'all to try to pile on a whole nother beef with a bitch that we don't even know. So that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Shout out to the Real Hot Boys Houston. I didn't think I was going to get a 13-minute video out of this, but I did. I hope y'all like it. I'm sorry I'm not behind green screens. I don't feel like doing none of that right now. And yeah, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. I'm gone. Bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.